Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in the Roman Empire, was also a master Stoic. He built an empire of influence and wealth without ever losing his inner peace or control. He understood that true wealth isn't just about money, but about sovereignty over your own life. How do you do it? And more importantly, how can you do the same in this chaotic, AI-driven age we live in? What if I told you that these ancient principles, forged 1,000 years ago, are the most powerful tools you have to build not just temporary riches, but eternal wealth? Wealth that lasts generations, that gives you freedom, that isn't shaken by the next market crash or tech disruption. Today, we're diving into 5 Stoic hacks for building what I call sovereign wealth. This isn't your typical finance bro advice. This is a blueprint for becoming the unshakable master of your financial destiny using the very tools of the AI age that scare everyone else. Imagine having a portfolio that works for you day and night, growing your legacy while you sleep. Imagine looking at market volatility not with fear, but with excitement. Imagine being so financially and mentally prepared that no crisis can touch you. This is the power of Stoicism applied to modern wealth. So if you're ready to stop chasing fleeting trends and start building something truly lasting, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to Eternal Wealth, because this is just the beginning of our journey to financial sovereignty. Let's get into the first principle. First up, Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. Now this sounds dark, but it's actually the most liberating financial advice you'll ever receive. The Stoics used this reminder not to be morbid, but to clarify what truly matters. When you remember that your time is finite, your perspective on wealth shifts dramatically. Are you building wealth for a flashy car and a bigger house, things that will turn to dust? Or are you building for a legacy? Legacy is the core of eternal wealth. It's about creating something that outlives you, providing for your family, funding a cause you believe in, building a business that solves a real problem. This is where the AI age becomes your greatest ally. Think about it. We now have access to AI-powered tools that can automate our investment strategies, manage our portfolios, and identify long-term trends with incredible precision. You can set up systems today that will continue to compound and grow your wealth for decades, building that eternal portfolio without you needing to check the charts every 5 minutes. Memento Mori forces you to ask the big question, what am I building for? When you answer that with legacy, you stop chasing short-term gains and start making strategic, long-term moves. You use AI not as a gimmick for quick trades, but as a powerful engine for building a financial fortress that will stand long after you are gone. This is the first step to thinking like a truly wealthy Stoic. The second principle is Amor Fati, love your fate. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was born a slave and became one of the most respected thinkers of his time, taught that we don't control what happens to us, but we have absolute control over how we respond. The market will crash. New technology will disrupt entire industries. Geopolitical chaos will erupt. These are not possibilities. They are certainties. Most people see this chaos and panic. They sell at the bottom, they fear innovation, and they let external events dictate their financial well-being. The Stoic, guided by Amor Fati, does the opposite. They embrace the chaos. They love it. Why? Because chaos is just another word for opportunity. Every market downturn is a discount sale for those who are prepared. Every technological disruption, like the AI revolution we're in right now, creates a new wave of millionaires and billionaires. While others are frozen by fear of AI taking their jobs, the modern Stoic is asking, how can I leverage this incredible new tool to create value and build wealth? Amor Fati means seeing tech volatility not as a threat, but as a signal. It's the universe handing you an opportunity on a silver platter. You learn to love the ups and downs because you know that is where the real growth happens. You don't just tolerate market chaos, you welcome it as an essential part of your journey to sovereign wealth. This mindset shift is what separates the amateur investor from a master of their financial fate. Principle number 3 is Premeditatio Malorum. This translates to the premeditation of evils. Before a Roman general went into battle, He would spend time vividly imagining everything that could go wrong, the supply lines being cut, the weather turning against them, the enemy using an unexpected tactic. This wasn't pessimism, it was strategic preparation. In the world of investing, this is your ultimate stress test. Before you pour your capital into a new AI-driven strategy or a hot-tech stock, you must premeditate the evils. What if the algorithm is flawed? What if a regulator steps in and changes the rules overnight? What if your main competitor releases a superior product? What if the entire market has a black swan event tomorrow? You need to sit down and visualize these worst-case scenarios in detail. Feel the anxiety, the fear of loss. And then you create a plan for each one. This is how you build an anti-fragile portfolio, one that doesn't just survive shocks, but actually gets stronger from them. Most people avoid this kind of thinking because it's uncomfortable. They prefer to operate on hope and optimism alone. The Stoic knows that true confidence doesn't come from hoping for the best. It comes from knowing you are prepared for the worst. So before you invest another dollar, run your strategy through the fire of Premeditatio Malorum. Stress test your AI models, diversify your holdings, and have cash reserves ready. By preparing for financial winter in the middle of summer, you ensure that you will not only survive, but thrive when it inevitably arrives. Our fourth Stoic hack is perhaps the most counterintuitive in today's world. Virtue is the soul good. In modern terms, this means putting ethics over riches. The Stoics believe that wealth, health, and reputation were preferred indifference. They are nice to have, but they have no bearing on your quality of character or your inner peace. The only thing that truly matters is living a virtuous life acting with wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. How does this apply to building eternal wealth in the AI age? It's simple. Ethical investing is the most profitable long-term strategy. In an era of radical transparency, companies with poor ethics get exposed. They face boycotts, regulatory fines, and a collapse in customer trust. Their stock prices might soar for a moment, but they are built on a foundation of sand. A Stoic investor looks for companies that are creating real, sustainable value. They invest in technology that solves problems, that empowers people, and that operates with integrity. This isn't about woke capitalism. It's about a timeless principle. Good ethics is good business. When you align your investments with your virtues, you're playing an infinite game. You're not just chasing the next quarterly earnings report. You're investing in the fundamental human desire for things that are good, just, and useful. In the long run, this strategy always wins. It builds a reputation and a portfolio that you can be proud of, one that reflects your character. And that kind of wealth, the kind aligned with virtue, is the only kind that brings true, lasting fulfillment. So there you have it. 5 ancient Stoic principles to build your own empire of sovereign wealth in the modern age. Memento Mori, to invest for legacy. Amor, Fati, to embrace chaos as opportunity. Premeditatio Malorum, to prepare for any storm. And choosing virtue over empty riches, to build a fortune that lasts. These aren't just philosophical ideas, they are practical, actionable blueprints for your financial life. You don't need to apply all of them at once. The journey to sovereignty begins with a single step. Pick one principle that resonated with you the most today and apply it this week. Maybe it's taking 30 minutes to write down what legacy means to you. Maybe it is looking at a losing stock in your portfolio and asking how you can learn from it, embracing Amor, Fati. Or maybe it's stress testing one of your financial assumptions. The power is in the application. If you found this blueprint valuable and want to continue building your sovereign wealth with us, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. We have so much more to explore on this path. Thank you for joining me today. Now go build your empire.